Hey, what's going on guys, Illustrial here of RuneZone.com. Today I'm going to be bringing you a guide on how to complete the all fired up Beacon Network minigame. This does offer some pretty interesting rewards related to both woodcutting and firemaking, which does include the Inferno Adze, so it's definitely worth doing. The minigame itself is completed by lighting up a series of 14 beacons simultaneously in order to actually gain these rewards. So we'll start off by going through the requirements, then I'll talk about each beacon in turn. We'll then discuss the most efficient routes to repair access routes to each beacon, fill each beacon, and ultimately light each beacon. And then I'll finish off by discussing the rewards and some final tips. So let's jump straight in. The required items you will need to do this minigame are 280 logs. I will go over which type of logs I do recommend in just a couple of minutes time, but you can use any log you like. Also, you need to put a tinderbox, hammer and needle inside your tool belt. I don't recommend carrying them because that's just inventory waste. You'll also need planks, nails and iron bars. You need 2 or 4 planks, 4 or 8 nails and 2 or 4 iron bars. Let me just explain that here. So when repairing access routes to beacons, you will have on one of the beacons you'll have a choice of either construction or smithing. The smithing one requires iron bars, the construction one requires planks and nails. So in total, you'll either need 2 planks and 4 nails and 4 iron bars, or 4 planks, 8 nails and 2 iron bars. It's up to you which one you use, but there are skill requirements associated with those, so keep watching to find out what they are. You'll also need 3 jute fibres to repair a wind blocker. Required levels, there's only actually one requirement, it's 43 firemaking, but you won't get very far with that, so I do recommend 62 firemaking for the Ring of Fire, 79 firemaking for the Flame Gloves, and 92 firemaking for the Inferno Adze. Regardless of firemaking level though, you will need 64 agility, 42 or 59 construction, and 56 or 70 smithing. So with that smithing and construction thing I was talking about a second ago, you can either have 42 construction, 70 smithing, or 59 construction and 56 smithing. You can mix and match with those, but any pair will do. You'll also need 60 crafting and 31 press. If that construction and smithing thing's not making sense to you right now, it will do in a few minutes time, so keep watching. Required quests, there's only 3, all fired up, A Tale of Two Cats, and Land of the Goblins. These are 3 pretty standard quests, so they shouldn't take too long if you've not already done them. So which logs should you use? You can use any from regular, oak, willow, maple, yew or magic, any of the standard logs, and regular burn for the least amount of time between 12 and 13 minutes, magic burn for up to 50% longer at 17 to 18 minutes, but magic obviously do cost the most at 420k for 280 logs. I do recommend though maple logs, as they are the cheapest, or one of the cheapest, and they also burn for a decent amount of time. You can work out the cost of this yourself at any time by simply doing log price times by 280. So let's jump straight in and talk about the beacons. The first beacon you'll need to light is at the River Salve. It requires 43 firemaking. There is no beacon requirement and there is no keeper requirement. Let me just explain what keepers do though. I don't think I've done that earlier. Keepers, you can talk to them and they are able to watch your fire for you, and if you give them an initial 5 logs, it will last for a short amount of time longer. They can also give you information about nearby beacons or within like a 1 range. So if you're at beacon number 3, they can tell you about beacon number 2 and 4. But yeah, River Salve, 43 firemaking requirement. You can get there, the quickest way to get there even is from Canifis. There's a bank there. You can just run west from Canifis, take the agility shortcut which requires 65, or alternatively you can just go through the temple at Patadomus. Alternatively you can run east from Varrock. It's up to you, whatever's easier for you. Second beacon is the Rag and Bone Man, located just west of the Rag and Bone Man, the other old man even. It requires level 43 firemaking to light. Again, there's no beacon requirement or keeper requirement, so this is a fairly simple beacon to do. Again, you can get there from Canifis, or you can get there from Varrock. It's up to you, whichever's easier for you. Third beacon's at the Jolly Boar Inn, requires 48 firemaking to light. There's no beacon requirement, but there is a keeper requirement. You do need to complete the Family Crest quest if you want to use his services. The quickest way to get here is from a lumberyard teleport, and then run northeast from there, or you can run north from Varrock, or alternatively you can run east from Edgeville. Next beacon's north of Varrock, requires 53 firemaking to light. There's no beacon requirement, but if you want to use the Keeper's services, you will need to complete the Garden of Tranquility quest, and then harvest a white tree fruit from one of the trees you plant, and then give that to her to enable her services. Again, similar to number 3, the quickest way here is either a lumberyard teleport, walk up from Varrock, or go from Edgeville. Okay, next beacon is north of Grand Exchange, requires 59 firemaking to light. There's no beacon requirement and there's no keeper requirement either, so this is a fairly simple beacon. Quickest way to get here is from the Grand Exchange or running up from Edgeville. Follow the 3 lines I've drawn on the map there and see which one's quickest for you. Next beacon's probably the easiest one to light. It's in Edgeville. It requires 62 firemaking. There's no beacon requirement and no keeper requirement, and the great thing is it's right next to a bank as well, so aren't you very lucky there? It's literally 10 seconds away from the banks. It's pretty simple. Next one's Black Knight's Fortress. 68 firemaking is required to this, and there's also a beacon requirement of access to the monastery, which does require 31 prayer. And if you want to use the services of the keeper, you will need 53 prayer. The quickest way here is either using a combat bracelet to teleport to the monastery, use a wicked hood to teleport to the mind altar and then walk as shown on the map, or alternatively walk from Edgeville up past Ice Mountain. Next beacon's at Goblin Village, requires 72 firemaking to light, and it also requires the Land of the Goblins quest, and if you want to use the keeper you do need to give him a Davy Kebbit hat, which you can buy from the Grand Exchange. Quickest way here is either the Goblin Village teleport sphere, but not everybody has those in their bank, so the second quickest routes are either the walking east from Tavali or walking north from Falador. Next beacon's at Berthorpe. 76 is the firemaking requirement here. There's also a bit of preliminary work you need to do. 2 iron bars and a hammer are required to fix the ladder you can see on the right. That does require 56 smithing, and to use the beacon you also do need to complete a Tale of 2 Cats. And the keeper here is a cat, so you do require a cat speak amulet to actually talk to him. Quickest way here though is teleporting to Berthorpe via Lodestone, using the bank chest, and then running northeast up to the beacon. Next one's located at Death Plateau. 79 firemaking is the requirement here, and you also need to bring a hammer, 2 planks, 4 nails, and you need 42 construction as well. And if you want to use the services of the keeper, you need to bring him a lava eel, which does require the completion of the hero's quest. The lava eel can be either cooked or raw, it doesn't matter. Quickest way here though is either walking up from the Wicked Hood teleport to the Mind Altar, walking north from Falador, or walking northwest from Edgeville. It's up to you. Next one's at Trollheim. Level 83 is the firemaking requirement here. You also need 64 agility to access the beacon. The keeper requires the completion of Troll Romance and My Arm's Big Adventure quests. Quickest way here is obviously a Trollheim teleport and then walking east down the mountain and up to the beacon. Next beacon's at Godwall's Dungeon. This does require 87 firemaking to light, and there also is a bit of preliminary work needed here. You require needle, 3 jute fibers I should say, and 60 crafting to repair that little wind blocker you can see on the screen there in the middle. And you also need 60 strength or agility in order to access the beacon, as you do need to actually walk into the same area as Godwall's Dungeon. There's a keeper requirement of 81 summoning here, but you really don't need to use the keepers here. So as you can see on the map, the quickest way to get here is north from Trollheim. That's pretty much the only way to get heroes, I think, if I'm honest. But make sure you do bring a super restore potion as well, as the icy winds will drain your stats, and you may not have the firemaking level to actually light the beacon by the time you actually make it to it. So the penultimate beacon is the Wilderness Temple in level 40 something Wilderness. It requires 89 firemaking to light, and there's also a bit of preliminary work you need to do here as well. You need to bring a hammer and 2 iron bars, or a hammer, 2 planks and 4 nails. This is the bit about either 70 smithing or 59 construction I was mentioning earlier. If you want to do the iron bars, you need 70 smithing. If you want to do the planks and nails, you need 59 construction. And there's no keeper here though, so no keeper requirement obviously. Quickest way here is to walk up from the south end of the wilderness, or alternatively you can use a lava maze teleport, which is part of the Lava Titan's special ability. And the last beacon is in the Frozen Waste Plateau. It requires level 92 firemaking to light. There's no beacon requirement, and there's no keeper here as well, so you're all on your own. But fairly standard beacon apart from the firemaking requirement. And the quickest way here is just walking up south from the wilderness. Right, the next few sections will be focusing around this map, although if you don't understand it as I'm explaining it, I will go in game after each section and show you exactly how to do it. So to set up the beacons, you first need to withdraw a hammer, a needle, 2 planks, 4 nails and 4 iron bars, or 4 planks, 8 nails and 2 iron bars depending on your construction and smithing level, and you'll also need 3 jute fibers. So to start with, teleport to Berthorpe via the lodestone or otherwise, and then fix the ladder at number 9. Then you want to head into the wilderness and fix the ladder at number 10. You can do that by using your Wicked Hood to the Mind Altar, or teleport to Edgeville and walk up, it's up to you. And then you need to teleport to Trollheim and head up to Godwall's Dungeon and fix the wind blocker at number 12. And then what you want to do after that is take the agility shortcut east of number 12 into the wilderness and repair the ladder at number 13. So let's jump in game, show you how to do that. Right, okay guys, I'm here in Burthorpe. I don't actually have the 4 planks, 8 nails, 2 bars and 3 jute fibres with me because I've already repaired these, but I'll just show you exactly the route you need to take. So get to Burthorpe and then just head north east up here, past all these people, and you should see a little agility shortcut there. This is the climbing pegs that you need to repair. Just use your items on here and then it should repair. And then that's that done. After that, oh, graphic glitch there. After that, you'll need to go and do the beacon in Low Wildy. So to get there, I'm going to go to Falador, I think. Yeah, I don't have my Wicked Hood with me, so that's a bit of a fail, but oh well. Right, now we're in Falador, we'll just head north up to the wilderness. Should have my Wicked Hood. Oh well, nearly there, so it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, it's better to do this at the start of, before you start loading the beacons with logs, because otherwise you may end up forgetting one, and then just as you're about to load the logs, you realise you've not repaired one of the ladders or something, and then there goes your trip. It just fails, but it's okay really. So here's the mine dot, or where the Wicked Hood would teleport you to if you took the mine hood like I did. Although I didn't because I'm a noob. Oh well. But yeah, get up to the wilderness. Just follow the wall west, and then you should. I think it's like level 10 wildy or something, maybe a bit deeper. But just follow this up until you see an agility shortcut, and then I don't know if it's marked with an agility shortcut. We'll see. But yes, do be careful of any PKers here. Just get ready to log out at any time. You'll probably see some people killing green dragons, but they're not really anything to worry about. Yeah, here's the next ladder. You'll need to repair this and then just head up and talk to Crate. Well, you don't need to talk to Crate actually, but this is the what beacon is this? This is the Death Plateau beacon, I think. Yep. Okay, next, after you repaired that one, go up to Trollheim. And then from there, just head down the mountain as quick as you can. Even though you're not really in a hurry, but oh well. Just head along here. If you've got the agility level to do these, then just use these shortcuts to get down quicker. And then once you get to the bottom, just for reference, up there is where the Trollheim beacon is, but we don't need that one at the moment. We need to get to the God Wars beacon. This is the only way to get there. If you're below 137 combat, then make sure you pray range against those, or they will hit quite hard. And then I choose squeeze past the boulder because I think it is marginally quicker. And then get up here and just run through this icy bit. Head kind of northeast. If you need to pray melee against these, then you can do, because otherwise you will get owned unless you've got armor on. As you can see, this icy wind is draining my stats, so do be careful. And then once you get up here, assuming it's going to let me, there we go. The beacon's up here, and you will need to repair this wind shield, wherever it is, wind guard, whatever they call it, wind break. So yeah, repair that with your jute fibres and then head back down onto this rocky handhold. And then yes, enter the wilderness. And then just head north from here. And here is the last beacon, well, ladder that needs repairing. Obviously use your planks and nails or your steel bars, whatever you're doing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get back and show you how to load the logs. Okay, now you've set up your beacons, it's time to start loading in the logs. This guide will assume you have access to a Beast of Burden, which can carry at least 12 items. The minimum is obviously a Spirit Terror Bird. If not, extra bank trips will need to be made, as this assumes you can hold at least 40 logs per inventory. So to start with, teleport to Canifis or Varrock, withdraw 40 logs from a nearby bank, and then fill up beacon 1 and 2. And after that, you want to teleport to Varrock, withdraw another 40 logs, and fill beacon 3 and 4. After that, teleport to Edgeville, fill beacons 6 and 5, or 5 and 6, whatever order you like. After that, you want to walk back to Edgeville, withdraw another 40 logs, and then go over to beacon number 7, and then walk up into the wilderness up to number 10. After that, you want to teleport to Falador, withdraw 20 logs, and then fill beacon number 8. And then you want to go to Berthorpe, do the same, and fill beacon number 9. So then head back to Berthorpe Bank, or any other bank for that matter, withdraw 40 logs, filling up your Beast of Burden, and then teleport to Trollheim, fill beacon 11 and 12. And then you want to come back down to a bank, for example Edgeville, and then you want to withdraw another 40 logs, and then run up to beacon 13, fill that up, and then go up to number 14 and then fill that up. And then after that, you just head back down to a bank and get ready to start running. So I'll show you how to load the logs now. Hey guys, I'm here in Canifis, and I've got 22 logs in my inventory, and inside my familiar I have 18 logs, so that's 40 logs total, which is what we need per trip. So I'm going to head west out of Canifis, and we're going to start filling our beacons. We'll start off with number 1 and then follow the order I said earlier. So from Canifis, just simply run west. If you've not got 65 agility, you will need to enter this trapdoor here and then go through past Domus. But if not, you can just, if you do have 65 agility even, you can just squeeze through that railing here and then climb up these rocks. And then squeeze through this railing here. And there you go, you saved some time there. And then just head southwest, and then you should see the beacon here. And what you want to do is you just want to add the logs, and then move on to the next one. So you will notice I'm using some weight reducing gear, agile, boots of lightness, penance gloves, etc. This is just to try and keep my energy up a bit more and keep me running for longer, because I don't actually have a whole lot of inventory space for energy potions. I've got runes for teleports and things, Lumberyard teleports, etc. They're optional. You can obviously use lodestone teleports, but these just save a bit of time, so I can show you this quicker. So here's the second beacon. Add the oh, I need to get some more out of my familiar. Hang on. Take BOB. There we go. And now we're going to go over to Varrock and do the third beacon. So Varrock teleport should do. You can do whatever you like though. In fact, no, I'm not going to go in there because I can't fill up my Beast of Burden. Go over here into this bank, and then we'll get another 40 logs out. Where are my maple logs? There they are. So fill up the war tortoise. You can use a yak, you can use a terror bird, but nothing less than a terror bird. You can't use a bull ant, for example, because they can only hold 10. So it's either terror bird or nothing. I'm going to save time here. I'm going to go to Lumberyard teleport quickly. I know I've been calling them sawmill teleports, they're Lumberyard teleports, so apologies. But yeah, head north of here, and then the next beacon is just north of this pub here, the Jolly Boar Inn, I think that one is. Yep. So add your logs to this one, and then just simply take some more logs, take another 20 out of your Beast of Burden. And then add some more logs to your beacon. Looks like a bot there, hang on. Oh, I'm getting attacked. Macroing you are. Yes. Okay, magic. Right, next you want to head over to Edgeville. I'm going to use Edgeville lodestone teleport because I think it's marginally quicker, I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter, there's no time limit on this at the moment, so you'll do whatever teleport method you like. You can even walk there if you wanted to. Okay, so now head southeast into the bank, and then just talk to the bank person. You need to get another 20 logs out. and then you need to call your, where's my familiar? There it is. Right, fill up with another 18 logs and then withdraw another 20 something. Or however many, I don't know. I'm going to fill up this one first, even though the other one's probably, it doesn't matter what you do, I mean, as I say. So I'm going to fill up, this is number 6, I've missed out number 5, I'm going to go back and do that now. Number 5 is north of the Grand Exchange, so we're just going to run over the bridge in Edgeville. Oh, someone's calling me, lovely. Yeah, good thing my phone was on silent then. So yeah, we're going to head over this wilderness wall here. And then beacon number 5 is in like level 3, 2 or 3 wilderness. Here it is. So then add the logs. Didn't get them out my beast of burden. I'm a pro. I keep doing this. Add them in. And then we're going to go back to Edgeville. I'm going to walk actually. It's probably quicker to walk. No, I'm dying that now, but I've already started walking, so I'm just going to have to deal with that. Right, so next we're going to go over to the Black Knight's Fortress, I think is the next one. I'm actually going to get my Wicked Hood out now because that will be useful to teleport there, so I'm going to get rid of the Lumberyard teleports because I don't need them anymore, at the moment anyway. Wicked Hood, where are you? There you are. Okay, so get another 40 logs out. Call follower. Don't know why I did that. He's there. So fill him up. And then maple logs fill up. Okay, so now use your Wicked Hood. Go to the Mind Altar. Teleport there. And then from here, simply head north over the wilderness wall. Then head east over this wilderness wall. And then keep going east. And your beacon should just be around there somewhere. There it is. If you don't have a Wicked Hood, you can claim one from Varrock, or if you don't want to claim one for whatever reason, then you can just... This is there's the monastery. You can walk west over this bit of the wilderness and then just come here from the... Go round and come here. It's up to you. Or you can walk up from Falador. Either way will do. So then come back over the wall. And then head north up to the Death Plateau beacon. It's around level 10 or something. But yeah, do be careful with PKs if you're risking like agile armors, because I'm obviously risking agile legs and they're a pain to get. I'm not sure you can claim them back if you die actually. That's for another day though. But yeah, head north. It should be around here, level 13 I think it's in. Oh, there's a lot of green dragon killers today. All bots, but oh well. We'll deal with them later. So yeah, head up here. Up this ladder you repaired earlier. And then take Beast of Burden. Fill it up. And then, okay, that's good, right. So next we need to go to Berthorpe. So, Berthorpe, there you are. Just home teleport to Berthorpe, assuming you've unlocked the lodestone. If you haven't, then use a games necklace or any other method of getting there. Although Berthorpe's unlocked by default, I think, so that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, now head to the bank quickly, because there's one here. And then withdraw maple logs. Where's my familiar? There you are. Then withdraw another stack. Yes, right. I'm gonna go do the Berthorpe one now. We've missed out the what have we missed out? We've missed out the Goblin Village one, but we'll head back and do that in a sec. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Yep, there's the agility shortcut here. Just climb up these pegs. And then add your logs to... It always does that, I don't know why. Add your logs to the beacon. And then what you want to do now is home teleport to Falador. That's Tavley, not Falador. Falador, go. Or you can teleport to Falador if you got the runes, I don't know. Whichever you prefer. And then you want to follow the west path up past these tents and these loyalty people. Past Wilfred, what a name, Wilfred, love that. Up past Doric's house. Doric is a old guy, old little dwarf guy, I think. Yeah, he's been there for a while. Yeah, past the Zamorak temple thing, whatever they call it. This used to be north of Goblin Village, but it's south of it now, which is kind of confusing if you don't come up here very often. And then walk up here, and you should see the beacon up there. And you just need to click it. Simple. Oh no, I need to get more logs out. Keep doing this. Take Beast of Burden. Add logs. Okay, good. Right, now I need to go to a bank again. Any bank. Which one's nearest a bank? Berthorpe's near a bank. We'll go to Berthorpe. But it doesn't matter where you go. You can go to anywhere with a bank. So now head to this bank chest here. Should be it lets me. Right. And then you need to withdraw another 40 logs. And you need your super restore potion here, so make sure you do bring it this time if you haven't been bringing it before. If you're using a Terror Bird, you will notice you can only bring 40 spaces and that's it, so you may need to do this in 2 trips if you want to bring the super restore potion, unless you just want to risk it without the super restore potion, but I don't recommend that. So you may need to do 2 trips here. See, once you're on Trollheim, just head back down as we did earlier, using these agility shortcuts if you can. And at the beacons where I showed you it was earlier when we were heading up to God Wars, it's there somewhere. So just head over that direction. There it is. So climb up this cliffside. Oh, I'm so agile, look at that, whoa. Then add logs, unlit beacon. And that's that one done. Now climb back down. Don't teleport away yet because you're not done up here. Or are we? No, we're not. Didn't want to let me down for a second there. Thought we were done. So yeah, do prey range if you need to, because these will hit you if you're 136 or lower. Go past this boulder. Oh, if you are low level, you may want to bring a bit of food here, because these wolves do hit quite hard sometimes. Or just prey melee. I'm going to prey melee here. Because I got torn when we came up here before. So just walk northeast past the walls, and you should see these rocky handholds to climb. Climb up them. Delay. Getting owned. Oh my god. Don't kill me. Yeah, you've repaired the windbreak already, so just add the logs. It won't let you light them otherwise. Where's my Beast of Burden? Take Beast of Burden. Add logs. Oh, see, look, you notice my firemaking level is 87 now because it dropped too much. So I will need to drink a restore potion in order to get that back up. Otherwise you won't be able to add logs if you want 87 firemaking, so just be careful of that. You can teleport away because you're not in the wilderness, so I'm going to go to... Ooh, so many choices. Varrock. That was a good choice, actually, Varrock. Yeah, so head back to a bank. That's a bad bank because there's no... Can't use the familiar at the Grand Exchange. Keep doing that. And then go to the bank booth. And withdraw the remaining 40 logs. Fill up your Beast of Burden with 20 of them or 18 of them, however many you need, and then withdraw the rest. So quickest way to level 40 something wilderness. We're gonna go. What should we do? We'll go for the Wicked Hood Mind Alter trick, and we'll just run up from there because I think that's pretty simple. You can go from Edgeville. You can go from anywhere really. So let's head up here. Over the ditch. You may want to bring food because this is quite a risky run. Because you have to go all the way up to the wilderness. Actually, we're going to use obelisks. I don't know if they're quicker or not, but all down to luck, I guess. Actually, no, we won't use obelisks. They're too unpredictable. Could be 10 years before we make it. We head north. This could be a long walk, so I'll just speed this up for you. Right, so here we are at the temple. It's near enough level 40 wilderness. Climb up the ladder. And then the second to last beacon will be up here. Add your logs. Then just climb back down the ladder. And then we've only got one more beacon to do, so just head north. I'm going to walk, I don't know why. Just might need my energy later on. In fact, no, I'll run. So run up here. If you're low level again, bring a bit of food, because these might kill you. Oh, who we got here? We got a PKer guy. Don't kill me. No, I could kill him, but I'm not gonna. I'm a nice guy. So yeah, here is the last beacon up here. This does require 92 firemaking. This is the big boss. If this was a boss, this would be the boss. If that makes sense. So yeah, just take your beast of burden and then fill it up, and that's all the beacons done. So now it's just a simple case of heading back down to Canifis and getting ready to light the logs, which I'll now show you how to do. So keep watching. Right, so now you've filled all the beacons up, it's time to start lighting them. So to start with, teleport to Canifis or Varrock, withdraw a tinderbox to light the logs with, put that in your tool belt though, withdraw some energy potions or other form of restoration. You can use the run energy pool at Ooglog, or you can use Terrorbird scrolls or anything similar. You need a couple of Trollheim teleports, you need super restore potion, you also need a sawmill teleport, and you also need to ensure that you have unlocked all lodestones, as we will be using them a couple of times during the run. So, to start with, head over to beacon number 1, like that, and then number 2, like that. And then you want to teleport to the sawmill using your sawmill teleport scroll, and then like 3, 4, and 5 heading west. Then you want to teleport to Edgeville via Lodestone or Glory, like number 6. And then you want to run over to number 7 via Ice Mountain, and then after that, head up to number 10 and like that. Then you want to teleport to Falador and run up to Goblin Village, or alternatively you can use your Goblin Village teleport sphere, and then light number 8 while you're there. And then you want to teleport to Berthorpe via Gamesnet list or via Lodestone, it's up to you. Then light beacon number 9. And then after that, teleport to Trollheim, light number 11, come back on yourself, head north up to God War's Dungeon and light number 12. And then next number 12, there's an agility shortcut which takes you to the wilderness, go over that, and then light number 13, head north and light number 14. You'll receive a chat message if you are successful at lighting all 14, and then after that you'll need to head back down to Varrock and speak to King Roald in Varrock Palace in order to claim your rewards. So let's jump in game, show you how to do that. Okay guys, I'm back and I'm just making my way to the first beacon now. I've got Terrorbird scrolls and a Terrorbird pouch for run and energy restoration. I've got a few sharks just in case we run into some trouble in the wilderness. I've got some Trollheim teleports, some Lumberyard teleports, and some super restore teleports. Not super restore teleports, you don't teleport with a super restore, come on. Super restore potion for stat restoration when we get up to the God War's Dungeon one. So I've got a tinderbox in my tool belt as well, somewhere. There it is. So whenever we're ready, we can just start. So I guess, hang on, let me get a timer up here. timer. No, stopwatch. Right, you ready? Let's go. Okay, so now the timer is on. We have around 15 minutes to do this, so while there is a bit of pressure, there's not a whole lot of pressure, to be honest. So pretty much just follow the same order as you lit them in. That's what you're doing for the most part. We started off with that one, now we're moving up to the Rag and Bone Man one. You're not in a massive hurry if you're using maple logs, but it does help if you just kind of just account for any unforeseen circumstances if you do rush ahead a bit. So that's 2 lit there. As you can see, the XP we get is getting more and more. So we've lit those. Let's go up to beacon number 3. Just keep an eye on your energy. Where's beacon number 3? It's up here somewhere. So number 3 is along here. Jump over the wall. And then light. Okay, awesome. So we've had just over a minute so far. We're doing pretty well. I do hear this is possible in about 7 minutes, although I don't think we're going to do that because I'm not using ultra fast teleports. I'm not using like goblin teleport spheres and things, but we should be able to do it in under 10 minutes still. So just keep your energy up. That's all you really need to do. Just make sure if it's easier, you can get an image of the map up as well, and then you've got the order in which you do them, so you don't kind of mess up. Or even write the order down on your notes system. I sometimes do that for different things. What have I got in my notes actually? I've got those the items from the scavenger hunt we did. That's fun. Still got those. That's good. Right. So that was the Grand Exchange one. I'm actually going to home port to Edgeville. That should hopefully cut off a few seconds. I'm not pressed for time. We've not even had 2 minutes yet, but just easier means I can give my fingers a rest. Ooh, 666 life points. Devil right there. Right, so head north somewhere. Is it north? It's around here somewhere. Right, light this beacon. That's 5. Oh, see, we just got a message there. We just got a we just won the Ring of Fire, which is pretty awesome. So now we can run to the Black Knight's Fortress. When you can either run up through the wilderness or you can run via the monastery route. I recommend the monastery route purely because it doesn't involve going in the wilderness, but it's up to you. So head down here and then head west onto Ice Mountain, and then you should get to the beacon pretty quickly. Just keep an eye on your run energy, don't want that dropping. Where is it? It's along here, there we go. So now we're going to come back to the Goblin Village one and the Berthorpe one. We'll do those in a second, but because it's actually quicker to go and do the one at Death Plateau now rather than doing it in numerical order. So we'll head out the wilderness here. And then we're just going to simply head up to level 13 wilderness or whatever it is. Hopefully not get PK'd or anything. I don't think we will. Nobody PKs these days. Well, not in World 83 anyway. Those green dragon killers still here? Yeah. Of course they are. They never log out. So up here, climb ladder, and then you've got your next beacon right here. So I'm actually going to go and do the Goblin Village one next. Goblin Village, Falador. Where's Falador? There it is. Oh, that is loud. Ugh. Should have teleported away from it. Right, so now head north. And then you just want to run as quick as you can. I mean, we've only had 4.5 minutes. Not really pressed for time, but anything could happen in the next 10 minutes, I guess. Past this temple. Is anyone collecting zombie wine? Yes, people do that these days. I forget it's good money. Past these trees into Goblin Village. You can use your Goblin Teleport Sphere if you need to. I don't actually have any, so I'm just running up from Falador. Then light the logs, the beacon even. And then what you want to do now is teleport to Burthorpe. Where's Burthorpe? There it is. Getting that home teleport interface confuses me now, because I never know which one's the right one. They seem always out of place. So once you've home ported, just simply head northeast. Past this agility course, which looks epic. I mean, look at that. Look, log. Oh, it's pretty cool. Head up these climbing pegs. If it wants to let me. Gonna climb up today? No? Okay, good. It's gonna be that graphic thing again, isn't it? Yeah, knew it. And then up, light these logs. Okay, we've unlocked the flame gloves now because we lit 10 at the same time. Just another 4 to go. I don't know why they put that agility shortcut there, because it's not actually a shortcut. It's actually quicker to run around that rather than actually using that there. So, pointless, but it's just there, I guess. But don't bother using that. It's easier to run around. But this one's good shortcut. Cuts off a bit of time. How long are we on? My phone just went off. 6.5 minutes. That's not too bad. So now head up this cliffside. If it wants to let me, you're going to climb today? No? Just going to stand here? Okay, good. Then light this beacon. Then head back down the cliffside. Don't teleport away yet. I think I bought too many rooms, I don't need those. Oh well. Then you just need to run north and up to Godwall's dungeon. Although don't actually go in Godwall's dungeon, you will get wrecked without your god armor. So yeah, your run energy will get drained, so will your familiar special attack meter, so don't be concerned if you can't run at all, so you can't do any specs. So pray melee if you need to, as these wolves do hit pretty hard. What level are they? 132. Overpowered. Yeah, climb up this cliffside rocky handhold thing. Just don't die. That'd be awful if you just died here. Yeah, try and light it before you need to restore, otherwise if you need to drink a bit of restore though, you can do. I didn't need to because I was quick, like a boss. Then climb down these rocky handhold things like we did when we were filling them. Yes, I'm fearless. And then just simply head north, and you've only got 2 beacons left to light. You really can't do much wrong unless you get killed by a PKer. So yeah, this should take us no more than about 10 minutes to do. We're on 8.5 minutes at the moment. It's not going too badly. Just hurry up. Need some special attack bar. Special move bar, whatever it's called. So once you get to here, climb up the ladder that you repaired earlier. And then light the beacon. Light the beacon. Oh, see, look, my firemaking level dropped below earlier, so I might have to restore up here. So now it's above 89. And then head back down. We're on the final stretch now. Go, 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 go! Now we've beasted this. I'll have to do something critically wrong if we're going to fail this. Come on, let's do it in under 10 minutes. We've got 30 seconds to go. Come on. Go, 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 go. There's the beacon. There's the last beacon. Go. With a bit of luck, this should be the end. There we go. Why don't you talk to King Roald in Varrock? He has a special reward for you. So I'm going to pause the video here, guys, and I'll resume when we're back down in Varrock. So I'll see you in a sec. Right, so here we are back in Varrock. Let's go into the castle, and King Rold, it should be around here somewhere. He might be in this room. We've locked him out because we're cool. So just speak to him and then talk about beacons. I'd like to claim my reward. Ring of Fire, Flame Gloves, and the Inferno Adze. There we go, that's awesome. So yeah, that's lovely. We got all 3 rewards. So let's just talk a little bit more about those. So assuming you were successful, you hopefully unlocked some of these pretty sweet rewards. So you got the Ring of Fire and Flame Gloves, which both offer a 2% boost to any fire-making XP gained while worn. They require 6 beacons and 10 beacons, respectively, lit simultaneously to actually earn them. But if you wear both at the same time, you'll get a 5% bonus to fire-making XP instead of 4. And the big prize here is the Inferno Adze. If you light all 14 beacons at the same time, you will earn the prize. It functions as both a dragon hatchet and a rune pickaxe, and the special effect of this is while woodcutting, it has a 33% chance of instantly burning a log as it's cut, and it will give you the fire-making XP for if you burn the log, as well as the woodcutting XP for actually cutting the log, so it's a win-win situation really. And the total XP gained is 39,600 XP to fire-making if you successfully light all 14 beacons simultaneously. So here's a couple of tips to help you out a bit. You may wish to do a test run before lighting. So once you've put all the logs in the beacons, you may wish to kind of just run to each beacon, not actually lighting them, but just kind of seeing how long it will take you to do that, because you need to kind of keep... You have literally 15 minutes tops, so make sure you are able to keep your time under 15 minutes. Your next tip is for wilderness beacons, be ready to log out at all times really, because there is always the possibility that you run into a PK, and if you die, it can really knock you off and ruin your trip. Next tip, triple check your inventory before starting to light the beacons. You just really can't afford to forget anything, because it could cause you to not have enough time, because you'll have to go to a bank and get whatever it is you've forgotten. So make sure you do triple check your inventory before starting to light the first beacon, as once you've lit the first one, your time is ticking down. Your final tip is that it's completable within under 10 minutes. If something does go wrong early on, you can either try and continue, or you can just stop, wait for the first couple of beacons to go out, and then just refill them with logs. It's up to you. I do recommend trying to continue though if the mistake happened within the first 3 or 4 minutes though, because you should have time to redeem yourself. But yeah, that is it for this guide. I hope it has been interesting and informative for you. We've covered pretty much everything to do with the beacon network, so yeah, if you have any questions or comments about this video, please do post them in the comments section, or alternatively post on runezone.com. If you've enjoyed the video, leave us a like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next video. I'll see you later.
Guides, tools, databases, events, radio, live streaming, and loads more. This is your #1 source for everything Scape. This is RuneZone.